Have you ever scrolled through social media and suddenly felt like your life is not enough? Like everyone else is winning except you? Their vacations, their perfect bodies, their flashy cars, their happy relationships, and you're just existing. But what if I told you that comparison is silently destroying your happiness, your confidence, and even your purpose, and you don't even realize it? When you let go of the need to constantly measure yourself against others, you start to truly accept yourself. You recognize your worth, not because of how you compare to others, but because of who you are as an individual. This self-acceptance is liberating. In summary, focusing on your own journey is one of the most powerful things you can do for your growth and happiness. It allows you to unlock your full potential, make decisions that are authentic to you, and develop a clearer sense of purpose. Most importantly, it gives you the freedom to invest in yourself, rather than wasting time and energy comparing yourself to others. So, the next time you catch yourself comparing, remember this: your path is your own. The best thing you can do for yourself is to focus on that journey, embrace it, and make it as fulfilling as possible. Ask yourself, what would happen if you redirected all that comparison energy into creating your best life? What could you accomplish? And how would you feel in the process? By focusing inward, you give yourself the opportunity to thrive in your own unique way. One of the most liberating things you can do for yourself is to let go of comparison. We live in a world where it's easy to look at others and feel like we're falling behind, like everyone else is achieving more, and that we're somehow inadequate. But what if I told you that the key to true peace and contentment is found in stopping that cycle of comparison? Imagine waking up every day feeling completely at peace with your own progress, without the weight of measuring yourself against others. That's the kind of mental freedom we're going to explore today. So, let's break it down and truly understand why letting go of comparison is the gateway to inner peace. Comparison breeds anxiety. Every time we compare ourselves to others, we start to feel like we're not enough. We think, why haven't I accomplished that yet? Or, I'm so far behind. These thoughts don't just pass by, they grow roots in our minds, fueling anxiety. Every time you check social media or hear about someone else's success, it's like adding another layer of stress. Self-doubt. Comparison directly feeds self-doubt. If you constantly measure your achievements against others, you're likely to feel like your efforts are insignificant. You might even start doubting your abilities, which is incredibly dangerous for your confidence. The more you compare, the more you question if you're on the right path, even if you are making progress. Stress over success. We begin to stress about achieving success the same way someone else has. But guess what? Their success isn't a blueprint for yours. The stress of trying to match their pace or lifestyle only drains you emotionally and mentally. And that stress, it holds you back from your true potential because your energy is being spent on things that don't align with your own journey. How many moments have you wasted worrying about someone else's progress instead of focusing on your own growth, embracing your own pace? The beauty of letting go of comparison is realizing that your journey is uniquely yours. You don't have to follow someone else's timeline or replicate their successes. Each person's path is different, shaped by their experiences, goals, and challenges. When you stop trying to fit into someone else's mold, you open yourself up to the freedom of pursuing what truly makes you happy and fulfilled. Your journey is enough. In a world that tells us we should always be doing more, having more, or achieving faster, it's easy to forget that where you are right now is enough. The progress you've made, no matter how small it may seem, is your victory, and that's worth celebrating. It's okay to take your time, to grow at your own pace, and to learn from your own experiences without comparing yourself to someone else who may be at a different stage in their life. Peace through acceptance. When you accept your journey as it is, you no longer feel the weight of comparison. You realize that your progress, even if it's slower or different from others, is meaningful. The anxiety and stress of measuring up to someone else vanish, and in its place is a deep sense of inner peace. You no longer have to prove anything to anyone, you're just living your truth. And that's enough. What would your life look like if you stopped trying to measure up to others and fully embrace where you are right now? Freedom from negative thinking. When you stop comparing, you clear the mental clutter that has been clouding your mind. That constant cycle of thoughts wondering why others are ahead of you or feeling inadequate disappears. This mental space is precious. It allows you to focus more on your own goals, ambitions, and the things that bring you joy. More time for personal growth. The energy you once spent on comparing yourself to others can now be used to focus on improving yourself. With mental space, you can reflect on your strengths, work on your weaknesses, and set meaningful goals. Instead of draining your energy on things outside of your control, you channel that energy into creating your own path, leading to more growth, satisfaction, and accomplishment. Less stress, more peace. As you let go of comparison, you invite more peace into your life. There's no longer a need to stress over other people's successes. Your mind can finally relax, and you can enjoy the present moment. This peace is not just temporary, it's sustainable. By freeing yourself from the constant pressure of measuring up, you create a peaceful, content mindset that lasts. Deep question to ask. How much peace and clarity could you gain if you freed yourself from the constant need to compare? Living according to your own values. When you stop comparing, you start making decisions based on what matters to you, not based on what others are doing or what you think you should be doing. You align your actions with your values and passions, which brings a sense of purpose. You stop seeking validation from others and start living for yourself. True happiness comes from within. Happiness doesn't come from comparing your life to someone else's. It comes from the ability to appreciate what you have, to grow in your own way, and to celebrate your personal journey. When you embrace your uniqueness, you find that happiness is a byproduct of self-acceptance. Now ask yourself this. What would happen if you truly believed that living authentically, without comparison, is the key to your happiness? The peace that comes with letting go of comparison is not something you can purchase or chase, it's something you choose to embrace. By accepting that your journey is yours alone, you free yourself from the anxiety, stress, and self-doubt that comparison brings. You gain mental space, emotional clarity, and most importantly, the freedom to live your truth without the burden of measuring up to anyone else. Imagine how much mental space and peace you could gain if you stop comparing your path to someone else's. It's time to choose peace over pressure, joy over jealousy, and acceptance over anxiety. Remember, your journey is enough. It always has been, and it always will be. What would it feel like to wake up every day free from the need to compare? How much lighter would your heart be? Let that be your starting point toward finding the peace that's been waiting for you all along. Practical steps to stop comparing yourself to others. Set your own benchmarks of success. The first practical step in stopping the cycle of comparison is to define your own benchmarks of success. Too often, we measure our progress based on success of others, be it their career accomplishments, their financial milestones, or their personal achievements. However, success is personal, and it varies from one individual to another. What matters most is your definition of success, not what others believe it should be. Why is this important? When you set your own benchmarks, you give yourself permission to operate on your own terms. You stop looking sideways at other people's lives and start focusing on what truly fulfills you. How to do it? Take time to reflect on what success looks like for you. Is it about reaching a certain job position? Is it about living a peaceful life? Or is it about spending quality time with your loved ones? Write these goals down and create a vision of success that is rooted in your own values, desires, and dreams. By doing so, you'll stop measuring your progress against someone else's. Instead, you'll track your growth in ways that make sense for you. Think about your goals and align your actions. Once you define what success means to you, the next step is to write down your goals and align your actions with them. It's easy to feel lost when you don't have a clear path in mind, but when you take the time to break down your big vision into manageable steps, you create a roadmap that leads you to where you want to be. Why is this important? Writing down your goals helps you stay focused and motivated. It also gives you clarity about what you want in life and what steps you need to take to get there. Without clear goals, it's easy to get distracted by what others are doing, which can lead to unhealthy comparison. How to do it? Start by setting both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be small achievements that will lead you to your bigger vision, like reading a book to improve your skills or learning a new habit. Long-term goals could involve achieving your career dreams or building a meaningful relationship. Break each goal down into actionable steps and set deadlines to hold yourself accountable. Make sure each action aligns with your bigger vision of success. Writing your goals helps you to clarify your intentions and puts your mind at ease, knowing that you are working towards something meaningful for yourself. Social media can often fuel comparison. It's easy to look at the highlight reels of other people's lives and think you should be in the same place or have the same things. The problem with this is that social media often doesn't show the full picture of the hard work, struggles, and sacrifices that others have made to get where they are. Why is this important? Social media can be a huge distraction and a source of unnecessary stress. Constantly comparing yourself to others based on what you see online can take away your joy and self-worth. Taking breaks from social media allows you to focus on your own life and your own growth without being influenced by others' curated images. How to do it? Start by recognizing when social media makes you feel down or inadequate. Maybe it's a post from a friend who just got promoted or a celebrity living the life you dream of. The moment you realize that social media is making you feel inferior, take a step back. Set boundaries, like limiting your screen time or scheduling a social media detox day each week. Use this time to focus on activities that bring you joy and personal growth. Taking breaks from social media isn't about completely disconnecting, but about giving yourself space to breathe and find peace without the constant pressure to compare yourself to others. Surround yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals. Another powerful step in stopping comparison is to surround yourself with people who support and encourage you. The people we choose to spend time with have a huge influence on our mindset. If you surround yourself with individuals who are constantly one-upping each other or who push their own version of success onto you, it's easy to feel inadequate. On the other hand, being around people who respect your pace, encourage your growth, and celebrate your wins can create an environment where you feel empowered to live on your own terms. Why is this important? Having a strong support system is essential for personal growth. When you're around people who uplift and inspire you, you're less likely to focus on what others are doing and more likely to focus on your own journey. Supportive relationships create a space where you can thrive. How to do it? Look for people who share your values and respect your goals. These could be friends, family members, or mentors who encourage you to do your best without comparing you to others. Spend more time with people who celebrate your successes, help you through your challenges, and provide honest, constructive feedback. It's important to remember that you can't grow alone. Finding a community that understands and respects your pace is a key factor in stopping comparison. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you'll begin to see your worth without constantly measuring it against others. What's the first step you can take today to stop comparing yourself to others? At the end of the day, the most important question is, what's the first step you can take today to stop comparing yourself to others and embrace your own path? This could be setting a new goal, taking a break from social media, or even having a conversation with someone you trust about your struggles with comparison. No matter how small the step, the key is to start today. Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. The more you focus on your own journey, the less you'll be impacted by the achievements of others. Take one step and then another. Eventually, you'll find that the only person you need to compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. By following these practical steps, you'll be well on your way to breaking free from comparison trap. Set your own goals, align your actions, take breaks from social media, and surround yourself with supportive people. It's your journey and it's uniquely yours. Embrace it fully and watch how much more fulfilled and focused you'll become. It's time to stop measuring your worth based on someone else's standards. Your journey is your own. No one else has walked in your shoes, and no one can dictate what your success should look like. Stop comparing and start focusing on what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your peace. Now ask yourself this. What if you invested all the energy you use to compare yourself into improving your life instead? How much mental space and peace could you gain if you stop comparing yourself to others? Let's make a pact today. We will no longer care who's doing better than us. We'll focus on doing better than we did yesterday. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit the like button, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more discussions like this one. Remember, it's not about being the best in the world. It's about being the best for yourself. Until next time,